Oh, that's a nice story.
It is, isn't it? We've learned that we don't hear a word we say for the first 30 seconds. So
we're not going to say anything.
How are you?
All right, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad. We find ourselves here again. There we go. We should be in now.
It was quite a shock to discover you've never heard our first 30 seconds
I
ever.
sometimes say they're our best
so
bits.
Often say the best things in the first 30 seconds, and we're saving ourselves now.
Yeah, Nadia's usually struggling into her bra. You've missed all sorts of fun. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Minky Moo, are they dancing? Who, us? Yeah, maybe we were in that first 30 seconds.
Could have been dancing, could be doing anything.
Gabrielle, what Piers has recently said about Denise Welsh and Will Young is disgusting. If I was them, I'd try and take legal action. He's going down the trajectory. Well, we're going to get to him in a minute.
Yeah, I think he's struggling.
I think
struggling with failure.
Well, I think he's struggling with his own mental health. I mean, to be vitriolic and nasty
I do.
must come from a sad place, don't you think? Yeah, I think so. I think you need to cuddle.
I love Denise. Denise is such a caring person with such a huge heart, and she genuinely cares about other people. She will genuinely move mountains to help other people. She's a good person and a very good friend. It's
like you know, the people in my life that I hate or don't like. I sometimes think that the way to... I know hate's a bad thing. I know Yoda said anger leads to hate leads to suffering, all that shit. But I sometimes think if I come face to face... If I come
say all that again. I know Yoda says.
Well, no, because if you say you hate someone in this day and age, you often say, no, hate's a bad emotion. We all know it's a bad emotion.
I love the way that Yoda is like the one that must determine.
Yeah, Yoda is an absolute guru in the realm of hate. And as he says, what does he say? Anger leads to hate.
Hate leads to suffering.
So... I don't care about that sometimes, but what I do think could happen...
You don't care about Yoda?
Yeah, I really care about Yoda.
Come on,
but I also care about Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy, because his way of dealing with conflict is to have a dance-off. And so there are several people in my life that I often think to myself, if I came across you, I would do a dance, just to kind of flummox you. And I think Piers Morgan's one of those that we either all need to go up to him, sidle up and cuddle him, because that would really unsettle him, his bristly paws. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the way to kind of
I think it must be really hard to have...
So much hate.
Because he's gobby, isn't he? And there's been a lot, and he's the poster boy for this new show and everything. It must be hard. Come on, let's face it. When you've got no viewing figures, when they've crashed in the way that they have, it's going to hurt.
I think he got 58,000.
Yeah, it's going to hurt like hell.
He said he was beating, I think he said he was beating Sky News yesterday. We may as well lead with the story, because Piers Morgan...
We sometimes beat Sky News from here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
you
true.
wouldn't believe how few viewers Sky News gets, guys. Good morning, gorgeous.
But Piers Morgan, the story with Piers Morgan is that he had a guest on his show last night, who called him a CUNT live on air.
Oh my God!
The guest came on who was talking about trans rights and whether they're wrecking women's rights. He came on the show. His name was he was called James. He said something along the lines of, "You're bullshit, bro. You can say bullshit, bro, and you're entitled to it. It's an uncensored..." Oh, no, sorry. Piers responded, "You can say bullshit, bro, and you're entitled to it. It's an uncensored show, and you've just proven it." Because the guest actually said, "You're a CUNT." What do you think of that? And there's actual footage of him actually saying it. He says, "That's crazy. I don't really know. I'm going to leave the interview now. I kind of only came on here because I thought it would be kind of funny, but I wanted to say, you're a CUNT."
Oh, I can't believe it.
And he's on a show called Uncensored. Isn't it Piers Morgan Uncensored?
I bet it's gone on viral.
But you know what? That's the kind of thing that works for Piers. He's like Trump. It's like if you throw a fireball at Trump or Piers Morgan, they kind of grab hold of it and it fuels them, and then they have a bigger put. So it's going to do well. It's going to help his ratings.
Yeah.
A trans activist calling him a CUNT.
Do you know what? I really, really, really take umbrage with him being called a CUNT and that being the worst thing that gossiply said. He should have been called a knob-end. A CUNT is an incredible thing that births life.
No, they should have called him foreskin face. I think that would have been much better. Or Dick Splash. There are
Dina,
many.
got any ideas?
Oh, Dick Splash is my favourite.
Dick Splash. It's a good one. It's
Dina's
a good one.
put Dick Splash to the top.
Dick Splash, top of the wall, top of the list. There are so many more evocative insults we could think of, but we're not here to hate. We're here to dance.
Because hate causes
Hate.
suffering.
No.
Hate
Anger leads
causes
to hate.
Hate leads to suffering.
Say it like Yoda.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads
What,
to
you sound
suffering.
like the Queen. You sound like the Queen. Anger leads to hate.
I don't often channel fucking Yoda.
Suffering. Well, maybe if you did, you'd be less fucking stressful in the mornings. You need a bit of Yoda in your life.
I'm a silent non-entity in the morning.
A silent what? She called Johnny Jet.
He's just done it.
She called him Johnny. She called him Dobby Jet. Donny.
Don't. That's an early sign of dementia. Don't.
Donny Jet. She called him
I've been
Donny Jet
watching
last
that
night.
Dr. Burge.
Who loves Baby Yoda? We all love Baby. You can't not love Yoda. He's small, he's green, and he wears a really cool tunic. So Piers Morgan, yeah, he's been called a CUNT.
Everyone's saying hi to you, Dina.
You know what? There was a time where I didn't mind Piers. I thought he's holding a torch to politicians' feet. He could have had so many more people with him than against him.
Listen, he's got a good brain. He's not a stupid man.
No, not at all.
He's very, he's very bright, but he's just a megalomaniac. He just wants all power over everything.
Because he had that big
And he
successful
wants
show
to
in
be
America,
right
didn't he?
all the bloody time.
He had the huge show in America, didn't he, as
did.
well, in the mornings that kind of dived as well. Anyway, just a quick... Do you want to know what happened in the Johnny Depp last night?
Yeah.
Well, it finally, for the last 1.5 hours of the session yesterday, go over to the live that I did last night for a microscopic walkthrough of what actually happened. But for the last hour and a half last night, Amber Heard came under cross-examination. And it started sensationally with Johnny Depp's lawyer saying, he hasn't looked at you, has he? And she went, no. And she said, he has not looked, why has he not looked at you? And she said, he can't look at me. And she said, he won't look at you because when he last saw you in San Francisco after the divorce and you were wanting him to still be with you, he said, you will never look into my eyes again.
So, right, I know you were quite
but I'm
excited by this
but I'm
comment
curious.
last night, but I don't really understand what it means.
He's not going to, because he's too good for her.
But I think, but what I worry about is.
I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. I'm just
No,
saying
no,
it's
what
what
I
they
worry.
said.
No, I'm talking about the lawyer. What I worry about with what the lawyer did there was actually highlight the fact, and a lot of people might say, "Oh God, he won't look at her because of what he did to her."
That's what Amber said.
Yeah.
That's why Amber said he can't.
Yeah, that's what.
But what she was trying to clarify, because he's had lots of negative coverage saying he can't look at her because he's guilty.
Yeah.
And so I think that the lawyer did exactly the right thing by saying this is an active choice, played the recording of when he said these eyes will never look at you again.
Oh,
and said,
played the
and said this is
recording.
exactly why he's not looking at you. And he stayed looking down.
I see.
But I am curious because he's watching everything on his monitor. I was saying last night, do you think he watches the monitor around her? Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think he's allowed to watch her?
What's that? Him holding that up against his face there? Is that as he passes?
That's him not
her?
wanting to look at her. Yeah, not wanting her to see his eyes.
Wow.
And he's got the monitor in front of him so that he can't look at her.
But more importantly, I've tracked down very similar glasses to the one Johnny Depp wears because Mark loves them so much.
Yeah,
and they are on their way.
In a bargain bucket.
They're a little present for you because you've worked so hard on this Johnny Depp.
Well, no, but can I just say, I'm not going to look at you again.
Okay.
I'm going to forever have a monitor in front of me. In fact, I always have a fucking monitor in front of my face. Someone's saying we're blurry. Are we blurry? Oh, we are a little bit blurry. There we go. Hang on, let me just move us across. We're now on 4G.
Are you doing my card?
Does that help? I think Amber Turd. So, guys, let's just do a poll whilst we talk about this. Is Amber lying? Simple question.
In your opinion?
In your opinion, is
your
Amber
opinion.
lying? Is that better? That is.
I
better.
think you should have said, do you believe
Oh,
Amber?
for fuck's sake. You just leave my polls alone.
I'm really interested at how rubbish you are at doing the
My
questions.
polls are really simple.
I think I should ask the question.
No, you shouldn't, because you don't know. The last time you did
Do
it, you had to
believe
scratch the question.
Amber Heard?
No, of course we know. It's like
No, because
writing
it's
a
a
sentence
leading
that says...
question.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. It's hearsay. It's like saying, I think such a... We know you think.
No,
'cause
but you're saying,
it.
is she lying? You're leading the witness.
No, I'm not. We know it's their opinion. We know it's not God.
I disagree. I think I should. Who thinks? Okay, do another poll.
Oh
Who
no,
thinks-
we're going to do a poll on the poll.
thinks I should be in charge. Of
Love the
question?
poll, says Reem. Leading. Oh, Minky Moose says leading.
Who do you think is leading? Who do you think should do the questions?
How can you ask if Amber Heard is lying without leading?
Because you say, "Do you believe Amber Heard?"
Yeah, but if you say no, you're saying she's lying.
No, but yes, no. But if you're saying
Nah.
is she lying, it's very.
No, we want to be more polemic. We haven't got time to mooch about fucking
Do a
liberal-minded
poll
polls.
as to whether people
No.
think I should do the bloody questions.
Leave Mark with the poll, says Ellen. So anyway, an hour and a half of cross-examination last night. It's going to get really, really intense today. Amber was beginning to get very aggravated. She kept saying she cited so many incidents of violence, and then with each incident they pulled up a photo where she looked like she didn't have anything wrong with her at all. Now that's not to say nothing happened, but it was pretty compelling evidence in each instance where she said she thought she had a broken nose, and then she was on the James Corden show.
Without-
Running around, sort of jumping with her mouth up against the lens with no busted lip. So, you know...
That was very clever of them to track the actual date. She gave dates.
Yeah, she gave
got
dates.
hoisted by...
They also discovered that she hasn't paid the money to the charities that she said she has paid the money
She
to.
said, well, I only pledged it.
And this is where we got into pledged or donated. It was an incredibly intense exchange where the lawyer said, Miss Heard, shush.
Did she?
And you saw Amber Heard had never,
She
obviously
said,
no one's ever
this
told.
is very,
Yeah.
what's the word that she used?
She said, it's my question. It's my question. And my question
Very
is,
inappropriate, Mrs.
yeah, did you donate is not the same as pledge. Has the money left your account and gone to the end? She had to say, no.
Oh.
And the reason that's key is that's a huge aspect of, because of course the op-ed that she wrote was tied up with those charities, and it was a huge part of the reason that with the Sun trial, they decided that, Dan Wootton and the Sun were fined to use the word wife beater. And one of the major parts of the evidence against Johnny Depp was the idea that she was a trustworthy and honourable individual.
Yeah, this is about showing.
Who paid money to, you know...
Oh,
charities.
Martina says she told the UK courts she has donated it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, she completely... Yeah. And they accepted it.
Oh, that she has, not that she pledged.
No, yeah, exactly.
Faith was just saying she's seen Johnny's drawings and they're amazing. Are these drawings whilst in the court?
His book, he should sell it. Yeah, he's got that book he's holding up is a book full of his book is full of all his doodles.
Whilst he was sitting there.
Yeah, and every now and then he shows them to his lawyer, and his lawyer goes. Like
Have
that.
you seen the film where
I love the lawyer
have
next
you
to
seen the meme where well, it's not a meme, it's an actual thing, where he's going like this. Dino, the lawyer's going like this. While she's he goes like this,
And
then
then
he goes like that, and then he goes.
And then his colleague sits down and goes like that. Oh, I don't know. Oh, and a big debate happened yesterday where we actually had Amber Heard talking about whether she took a shit on his bed. I mean, some of this stuff is remarkable. The poor jury in Virginia, who's
Hang on.
probably...
Why have I just walked out?
Because there's a time delay.
But not that much of it. I haven't been anywhere.
That's really odd. You're not here, babe. I've just hurt my ear by sticking that in my
hang
ear.
on a minute. I haven't left this chair for 15 minutes.
You did 5 minutes ago.
Where did I go?
You went just out there. You just went, hang on a minute, and you went off.
Oh yeah, I went to look for my bed.
Yeah. So I want to ask, there's a lot of ladies in the room. Is taking a shit on a bed the kind of thing a 30-year-old woman would do as a
No.
prank?
Totally asking the wrong sort of people.
Why are we asking the wrong people?
We're not all drug addicts.
Oh, we're not all drug addicts, yeah. Well, apparently, so she actually had to say in a court, those poor jurors in Virginia who've never met a celebrity, suddenly they get two landing at once, and they're talking about shitting on beds. It must be so strange.
Guys, if
for
you're
them.
missing out Mark's nightly live after the trial, this is all the sort of stuff he does. You're mad. You've got to join his live every night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Lots
Have
of
a
love.
good day.
Lots
Bye,
of love.
baby. Love you.
Have a good one.
Looking gorgeous.
Very, very, very. So it was a very illuminating night. But if you want the blow-by-blow accounts, and I'm talking about whether she squatted or not on the bed, go to the live from
Good
last night.
God Almighty.
So yeah, that's Johnny Depp. That's Piers Morgan. What have you got, babe? Victoria Beckham says being thin is old-fashioned.
I do love Victoria Beckham, I have to say. I'm going to I'm going to get a couple of her dresses. I think I need to do some Instagram films. What do you think?
Wow, okay.
She's very funny on her Instagram. It's lovely. That strange accent that she's got.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't do a lip sync. Maybe I should do an impersonation of her. Anyway, I really like her. I've met her a couple of times. She's lovely. She's funny. She's a great woman.
Yeah.
But she has.
There it is.
I
Just gonna grab a coffee.
love this line. Victoria Beckham has said to be really thin, we're talking about underweight, is an old-fashioned attitude. I think women today want to look healthy and curvy. They want to have a bit of boob and a bit of a bum. Obviously, this coincides with her new Victoria Beckham body dresses look. She says she's changed the way that she now looks after herself. Instead of hours of cardio, she's doing weights. Me and you, Victoria. And I think she's right. I really do think she's right. I think that for a while now, that tide has turned. It's not about being as thin as you can be. I think people are reaching more to be as healthy as they can be. And I was chatting to lovely Rachel at the gym yesterday, who helps me with my weight training, and she was saying the same. She said, you know, more and more now people are coming in, they're wanting to build muscle, women are wanting to build muscle. It's not about getting as lean as you can. And I think, bloody good thing. I wonder if Victoria is going to start looking a bit curvier herself. What do you reckon?
Do you think she'll start doing oversized dresses?
Huh?
Could she do an oversized dresses range?
Well, she is. No, she's done a curvy range. This is what I mean. It coincides with the curvy range, but she's still as thin as thin can be.
Oh.
Strong is the new sexy, says It's Only Me. Exactly.
Oh,
I mean, yesterday I was lifting, what did she say? 3 times the weight than I was, Mark, 6 weeks ago.
Really?
I think so.
Wow, you might be able to lift me up
If
to
I was
bed.
lifting 10 and now I'm lifting 30, is that 3 times as much?
Yeah, well done. Yeah, it is.
On my hip thrusts. And you know what? It does feel sexy to be stronger. It does. Because if you're feeling stronger, you're feeling empowered. I was really annoyed I couldn't open a gherkin jar yesterday.
I did it in seconds.
No, because I had loosened it.
Do you know
a
what?
bit
Kiki
for you.
brought it into me
I know,
whilst I was
she came
working,
in.
and when I did it, Kiki will take your
She's
heart out
very-
with a spoon.
Oh my God.
She gave it to me. She said, "Dad, so can you open this? Mum can't." And I went, "Yeah, of course, sweetie." Thinking Amber's just said I didn't take a shit on a bed, and I went, "Dun," and as I did it,
I did loosen
No,
it.
she went, "Tuh." Just
She
walked
came
out.
in, she
I
went,
said, "What?"
Dad did it in under
Yeah,
a second.
I said,
I
"What?"
went, because I loosened it
I
for
said,
him.
"What?" She said, "Mum's weak."
No, to be fair, I couldn't get my
Mum's
hand
weak.
wide enough. It was a very
Mum's weak.
big...
I said, when she walked out the door, she said, "Mum's weak."
I've got to move my hands.
What do you
now.
feel about that? Your daughter thinks you're weak. You're
Yeah,
going to take that. You're
I'm
going
not
to take
having.
that.
Well, that's part of why I'm weight training. I want them to see me getting.
You need to
stronger.
get. Do you remember in the 70s you used to get those hand
I've got them.
strengtheners?
I've
No,
got them.
the ones with
Where?
like in a.
I've got it down
Give
there.
it. Show me. You know you haven't.
I
What
have.
about who remembers the chest expanders?
The only
And what would
problem
happen is they'd
they
catch
really
your
hurt my
skin.
thumb.
I remember in the 80s, I do the chest expand. Obviously, I don't have any chest hair. Didn't have any chest hair. Can't say chest hair quickly enough. But you do it, and you'd be like,
How many fucking coffees have you had?
"This is my second coffee."
Oh, actually, I think
She hasn't got them. She hasn't got them. Get a grip, says Edward Bevington. Get a grip.
Oh, hang on, there you go.
Oh, guys. Oh, here they come. Oh, you have. Oh, they're not how I remember them. Oh, no, they've got all fancy. They've gone all
Keep this in
fancy.
my handbag, actually, and then I can do them when I'm in the car.
That's not what they were like.
Look, you can have stronger or...
Well, especially, my wrist is killing me.
I wonder what that's for.
Babe, this is... Hang on, I sort of put the wrong kit out.
Oh my God! What is that?
Nads!
What do you think that's for? Ah,
Now I understand the noises coming from the bedroom at night. Anyway, just on the... Because we're talking about a...
oh, this is one you can do like this. Maybe this is what you were thinking of. So you can do
No.
your individual fingers.
What, like a trumpet?
God, that's good, Mark.
Blow
Do
a
that.
trumpet? How do you do blow?
No, Mark!
No, you can use a trombone, is what you're thinking.
Mark, try that. Really, my thumb has got a problem. I've definitely
Oh,
now.
that-
Isn't that good?
Right.
And what do you
okay.
think this is for, guys? Oh, look! This is to... Oh, look at this. This is like... Oh, Jesus, that's hard. This is
Why
really good.
why do we need strong fingers, babe?
Because it's a very ageing thing to have non-strong fingers.
There's a moment in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which I'm reviewing later, where she has a muscle in her finger. She does that. It's quite nice.
Wow, I'm going to start using these. I'm glad we've brought this up.
There we go.
You can tell I bought this ages ago.
I need a
I've
chest
gotten out of
expander. That's what they in
No,
comics.
because they can take your teeth out.
No, and they also can nip your nips. they can, oh, we're blurry again. I'm going to go back to why.
We should always have these here, so whilst we're doing coffee and moaning, we're strengthening our hands.
Oh, that's nice. Big O. Just whilst we were on Spice Girls, I heard a really... it was Radio 4, I was driving somewhere yesterday, and Sporty Spice, which one's she? She's... which one's
Mel.
Mel. Mel B, not C.
No, Mel C.
Mel C. I really like her.
Oh,
You
she's
like her?
lovely.
Yeah, she was really nice. Anyway, she was
She's so
talking about a
lovely.
really interesting
I
topic.
like Mel B as well. I like them all, actually.
She was talking about a really interesting topic that I've never thought about, and it's really important. We get all these boy bands that we accept, like Take That, and I don't know, what's the one with the kind of Irish guy that you love as well, who's blonde, and all these bands where it's okay for middle-aged men to reunite. But she was saying,
Irish guy who's blonde.
what's his name? You know, the guy.
Go on.
Oh, you love him. Who's the
don't love
Irish singer? Ronan Keating.
Oh,
Yeah. Boyzone, all these, but she was talking about how difficult it is to be a woman of age, which she's becoming now, and a member of a girl band.
yeah.
And at what point are you considered beyond it to even pull back together
But
and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know if I agree with her with that. I mean, we had on the other day Boys Life, who are a mixture from the two band. You know, they're
Boys
great
Life.
they're great fun, lovely boys, really like them. And it is because they want to do it, they are doing it. The Spice
Right.
Girls don't want to do it. If the Spice Girls wanted to do it, they
About
would
All
sell out
Saints.
every day.
Do you think?
All Saints would as well.
Do you think? Do you
Yeah,
think there's the same
I totally
acceptance?
do. I think there's still that absolute... Yeah, because who's going to see Boys Life and Boyzone? It's
Who's
the
Boys
original...
Life?
Mark,
Westlife?
please don't go on about that because it's boring. I'm talking about they're the original fans. So
Right.
Spice Girls would sell out the whole time.
Fair enough.
I think there's less... Maybe those very women themselves don't want to put themselves out there without
Right.
that perfection that they had. Maybe
I
it's
think she
kind
was
of a
talking more
prejudice
about the
within
fact that there's more
themselves.
judgment, perhaps, of women of singers. I don't know
Well,
if
there
there
is
is
more
necessarily.
judgment to the way women age and the way that men age.
Yeah, she said she herself has really struggled with what it means to grow up, having been in a girl
Yeah,
band,
I bet.
and
She's
how
very
to make the
thoughtful,
adjustment.
isn't she?
Yeah,
I
and
like
she was.
her a
I
lot.
liked her. She said at one point they said, "But you were quite tricky about all this stuff at one point," and she laughed at herself and said, "Yeah." She said, "Let's say I've been on a journey." I liked
God,
her.
like we
I
all
really
love,
liked
we're
her.
all entitled to think one thing when we're 20 and think a completely fucking different thing
Yeah.
in our 30s, 40s, 50s.
I just want to give a big shout out to Jake Daniels, who is the first UK male footballer to come out since Justin Fashanu back in 1990s. Blackpool
Isn't that
forward.
just
Think about that.
incredible?
Think about that.
Incredible. That's how far behind we are. It's just astonishing.
And if you think-
good for him.
yeah,
and
good
you
for
know
him.
what? I think in the current climate, he will be really rewarded for this.
I hope so.
I think he will get a lot of brand deals. I think he will be somebody that people are interested to hear because it is brave. And somebody on the radio said, well, why is it brave? He's just
Oh,
saying what
fucking-
because
some
he
people are so
is
annoying.
going to get it.
Because listen,
big time.
the
Every
yeah.
single time he goes out
Exactly,
on that pitch,
exactly.
he's going to get it.
because all of the press are going to say it's a good thing because it is a good thing, and most
They won't all believe it.
almost reasonably minded people will go, "This is a brilliant and brave thing." On the terraces, he's going to be mercilessly
be
bullied.
bullied.
He's going to be absolutely crucified by every opposing team. You
Not
wait for it.
every opposing.
No, but
Oh,
huge
you mean-
swathes of fans of the
What will it
opposing
be
team.
like then?
They'll be awful.
Just shouting
I mean, it's
abuse at him all the
incredibly
time.
brave. I mean, something
Like the
that
poor black players. the
something that
abuse
black
they
players
get.
go through and still go through to this day. This idea that
Has
it's
it been
sorted.
controlled a lot now?
They
People
try to
shouting
control
at
it. They do
black
control it, and they
players.
do have CCTV and all of that. But
Do they?
I do. It just struck me as how archaic it is. Half the population. I mean, not all men are into football, but let's say that a vast majority are are, a huge number are. I, watched Tottenham Arsenal the other night. Can just say once again 3-0. Sorry, just got to rub it in, Arsenal fans. But the fact that the first in 30 years, the only one who feels brave enough to come out, 17.
But I just can't. I'm in absolute shock.
I'm hoping that by coming out I can be a role model to help others come out if they want to. I'm only 17, but I'm clear that this is what I want to do. And if by me coming out other people look at me and feel maybe they can do it as well, that would be brilliant.
Well, other people will come up. It takes, he's a trailblazer. I think other people will, because there has never been a better time.
No, exactly. Exactly, and
Because
I just think he gets the support.
Same amount of homophobia is there. It has become more difficult for people to, to voice it.
Yeah, it just strikes me as
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, and worrisome that there's obviously within the ranks of many men, not all men, but many men, there's still this intolerance. It's quite something, isn't it? Quite something. I thought this would excite you. Burger. What's your favourite burger, guys? How do you like your favourite burger?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, we haven't done burgers.
It is very I am very particular.
Yeah, right.
I think my favourite is Five Guys, but the trouble is I have had a couple of times where I've bitten into a bone.
Sorry, say that again.
A bit of bone in my burger.
That's not how you like them, though, is it?
But
Well, how did we get to what?
Hurts my tooth.
Do you mean a bit of gristle?
No bone.
How have you got onto a bad burger? Where did you have this burger?
No, I love Five Guys. I think they're so
Five Guys.
juicy. And you can tell the quality of the meat. You cannot make a burger with cheap, horrible mince. Don't even try. Just don't bother. Because you have to have the taste of a good beef.
Karen Oliver likes a cheeseburger. See, I don't personally believe a chicken burger is a burger. I'm still of the
I
old-fashioned...
call it a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I entirely agree.
The way it becomes a burger is if you mince it and you add
Right.
seasoning and you fry it. But a chicken breast in a bun is a chicken sandwich.
Wow, yeah. Brenda Tyrrell likes a venison burger. Venison burger with peppercorn sauce. Wow. I like a blue cheese. I love a lot of blue cheese on my burger. I quite like the blue cheese you've got. It's a bit too runny for me. That orange one.
Do I not get that again?
I like it when it's a little bit...
Well, don't have to cook it.
No, I like it.
I'll just put it in raw.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I see. A wimpy quarter pounder,
Oh,
says Jen
I
Legs.
love the old wimp. I still have wimpies sometimes.
Oh.
I like, I am very partial on occasion to a Big Mac.
Oh.
But I don't like too many of them.
I don't.
like
I like
just enough.
4.
I like a quarter pounder with cheese from that.
Ellen says Welsh black burgers are the best. I think we should do a burger season. Why don't we do a burger?
God, Mark, we're just getting on top of
Let's
our
do
weight.
a burger playlist of different burgers.
Yeah.
A whole playlist about burgers.
I miss Burger King. In the old days,
Yeah,
Burger King was
good.
proper barbecued, charcoal-y flavour, and I love a charcoal burger. I love that.
Yeah. Quarter pounder, no cheese. Now I want one.
A big Whopper with the tomato and everything was just
Big
delicious.
Whopper. Say
I loved
that
a
again.
Big Whopper.
I love it when you say Big Whopper. Anyway, so the hook for this story is burger cook who began his business in lockdown sees his creation crowned the
Oh.
best in Britain.
Where is he? We must try
But
it.
he says it's all down to cooking with beer-flavoured cheese.
Oh,
Danny Hawkes bashes his beef patties thin so they get a crispy, frilly
Yeah, you do need to do them
skirt.
thin. It's better to have
Skirt.
more burgers than have big, thick burgers.
Then he serves them in a toasted brioche bun,
That's
which is
what I
what you
do.
do, covered in beer cheese with candied jalapenos, candied American mustard, pickles, and burger
Have
sauce.
I ever made my Five Guys burgers on the
Yeah,
on the
you did it in
channel?
one of the vlogs where, do you remember we
No,
created
I
the
did it-
restaurant?
No, but I've
And
done
the
it on
girls
the
are
channel
hysterical.
as well, in the food list.
So I don't know.
Playlist. Go to our playlist and I actually show you
right.
how to make a Five Guys burger, and they are bloody delicious.
The burger has been named Britain's best after a 4-round cook-off in London. And go online and look up Danny Hawkes' best burger.
Now, you see, I don't like mustard and pickles and all that. I don't like that.
Fans are queuing for more than an hour at the food truck he operates outside pubs in Bristol.
Oh, we'll have to
There
try
you go.
them
So
when
if
we're
you're in
next
Bristol, go and check him out. Guys, enjoy
We
your
should
burgers.
tell Maddie to go.
Yeah, enjoy your burgers. If you have one, that is, of course. We're going to go off and do some hand exercises. And tonight, obviously, Johnny Depp, no more... You know, they call it the defamation trial. I wonder if they should call it the defecation trial.
Mark,
So we'll be back with that and something else, a little treat or something will be landing later.
And if you're looking at this and thinking, I want that little kit, I just got it off Amazon. It's
you go.
actually really good. I'm really glad. I obviously bought it and then just hid it from myself.
Guys, have a lovely day. Stay safe.